The things we should have learned in school. Where's this one going? Hi there, I'm Julie Turner.
And I'm Kip Brooks.
And we are
Nutrition HQ Lake Norman.
Yeah, we are. So, I promised in a few different clips and reels and all kinds of stuff that we're going to talk over time about some of the things that we should have learned in school. Some of the things that are really essentially just about how to run a human. And honestly, I think that was missing from our education, unless, of course, you went specifically to university to learn that. So, I gave a little heads up or a thumbs up to the sun yesterday and said we'd talk about it. So that's why we're here. So thank you. Now, if you have any questions, concerns, cries of outrage as we go, please don't hesitate. Or afterwards, just reach out to Kip. He loves those.
That's wonderful.
Anyway, so as I said yesterday, that I love the sun, and I do love the sun. I think you can probably attest to that. I'm one of those people that just stands in the sun and goes, I love the sun so very much. And we should all love the sun a little bit more. Now, with every good thing, you can get too much of it. You do not want to burn. We're not advocating to go and lather up with baby oil and lay in the sun. However, there are a lot of the things that we are not getting on a regular basis because we spend too much time inside that the sun will help us with.
Yes, absolutely.
He has no idea where I'm going. I'm just leaving him open spots every so often in case he wants to add something, but he's like, what are you doing? So, as I said yesterday, a lot of people have a hard time sleeping. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and there's many, many different reasons why people have a hard time sleeping. So I studied sleep for a really long time, and I studied it very in depth, and I have about 1 million tips on how to get you to sleep better. Why did I do this, you ask? Because I hated sleeping. It annoyed me. I thought it held me back. I thought that I got better things to do. I don't want to have to sleep. So I would get as little sleep as possible to still be able to function. And I was like, I'm fine. But I was fine. And for short term, you probably can be fine. But I wasn't all that nice. That's a big thing. And looking back, I was definitely susceptible to bugs that went around more often. I got more stomach aches. I like all of these things. Like sleep just is a foundational thing that you need. So how do you sleep better? The average person's like, but I go to sleep and I try to sleep. Now, we're going to talk about the sun more than just sleep today. But one of the biggest things you can do is as soon as you wake up in the morning, which should be around the same time every day, and go to sleep at the same time every day, but we'll talk about that later. Get light in your eyeballs. Now, Kip and I get up between 4:30 and 5. He sometimes gets up before that, but that's the time that we like set to get up. And there's never sun at that time. Maybe sometime in the middle of summer we'll get some sun at that time. But turning on bright light immediately helps your body go, oh, we're awake now. I was gonna swear. We're awake now. We're supposed to be up now. That's why you need the sun. It helps set or reset your circadian rhythm. If you're more of a night owl, still, when you get up, get that sun on your face, in your eyes, without sunglasses. No sunglasses. Just your eyeballs. You can do it. I don't mean stare at the sun, just get out in the sun. There's a lot of things about being outside in nature. Of course, the sun is where we get the vitamin D from. There's, just the warmth of the sun being very calming and soothing to our bodies. I just really want to talk more about being out in nature. I want to talk about earthing. I want to talk about forest bathing. I want to talk about all this kind of stuff, but we're not going to. Do you have anything to add about the sun?
Yes, I have noticed a huge difference in my own journey with it. I never had a problem with being in the dark, whatever. Enjoyed it.
That's right.
It's like if the blinds are closed, the blinds are closed. If the blinds are open, like I did not care.
And I'm like,
at all. And then when I would wake up, it's like, I was like, I'm going to take it easy on myself to get up. Like I was always up and out, but never turned on a light or anything else. It's like I've always had really good night vision, so I always just prided myself on that. And then as I started reading the studies and things and learning about all this, it's like I'll reach in and turn on the bathroom light in the room, so at least not the blindness, but get the light in. Her phone wakes us up, and it's
like the
bright
sun
as
itself.
the sun. And the same thing. And they actually say if you can just have the light come on instead of the sound, that's actually even better. We want to get there. We just got to figure out how to actually make that happen. But yeah, I've noticed waking up more clear. You wake up by the sound, and darkness, it's disorienting. But when the light comes in, I've noticed like you just with it instantly. And that's exactly what it's supposed to do. It engages all the right propers of the brain. We'll just let that ride. I'm not even going to try to play it.
So on the reverse end of things, we also have to let our bodies know that we're going to sleep now. So if you are trying to go to bed, you might not want to be, especially like say you've got shift work or whatever, you want to keep your house quiet and dark when you're trying to get ready for bed, especially if it's 2 p.m. and you have to go to bed just because of your schedule. So just remember how important light is. You need to remove the light when you want to go to sleep, but you need to get that light when you want to wake up. And doing that on both ends and getting up at the same time, going to sleep at the same time, will help reset your circadian rhythm so you're not needing a nap in the middle of the day and sleeping for 3 hours at night and all the other garbage that people say, that's just how I am. It's just how my body is. No, it's not. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to my little rant.
Isn't it funny how I've heard so many parents, they're like, lights off, it's bedtime. And it's like, that's
if you're
exactly
not asleep in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's exactly what
What?
Mother Nature's doing for us all the time. It's like, it's time to go to bed. Oh, it's time to get up. So it's just she doesn't understand how to turn it on earlier.
She doesn't know our
She needs to get on board.
timelines.
I have to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, right now we're safe, but soon it's going to be light when we go to bed. So, anyway,
It's pretty close.
that was our little spiel on the sun. And as I said, there are so many other pieces, but I want to make sure that you guys have little tips to help you wake up easier, go to sleep easier, because sleep is so essential. It's so essential. And if you're like me and you want to fight it and want to, he's the same way, just don't want to blame myself here. I've just gotten over it because I know how important it is. I also know the difference in my personality when I don't get enough sleep, and it's huge. So you're welcome, and you're welcome. All right, thank you so much. Anything else in closing?
I have noticed that with myself. I'm not as short fused as I've been accused of being before in my past. I noticed as well recently with the sun setting later, even though we're still going to bed at the same time, more or less, I've noticed it takes me a little bit more to get to sleep or to get that tired feeling. And it's because getting more set on that natural pattern. Because this thing, our body knows by the sun going up and down, we're getting the circadian rhythms set correctly.
If
like
the
they're
whole
supposed
world
to.
could just shift a little bit to starting later, then we could sleep a little later and get up a little and go to bed a little later. So
They should.
could you guys get
They
on
all
that
still
for
buy
us?
onto that spring forward, fall back crap. Like, if you'll do that,
Anyway.
just stay out of the gym for 30 more.
Yeah, exactly.
all.
That's the real reason that we need to get up early. Is
Let's do the rest of the day, whatever you want.
Yeah, we don't like playing with others any more than we have to. All right, that's it for us today. We'll see you again very soon. If you are seeing this and you haven't liked our page yet, we would really appreciate it if you go to Nutrition HQ Lake Norman and like the page, and then you can see our delightful demeanors anytime you choose.
So lucky.
I
So
know.
blessed.
So lucky. Bye for now, guys.
We are in HQ.